The background changed. Oh, come on. The timing is impeccable.
Hello and welcome back to the Game Boys podcast. I'm Will, and with me as always is my dad.
What's up? I'm James, Mr. EA Ball.
And this week we're going to be exploring the wonderful mysteries of gaming.
Just as opposed to any other week, I suppose.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
So, as always, we start out with our book report, as we call them, or stream report, if you will. So, how about you start off, Dad? Because mine should be real short.
All right. I played a game called Black Knight Sword, which is apparently a PS3 original release or whatever. It had a really unique art style. I found that to be really cool. Like I don't even know how to really explain it, but like the character models were really kind of interesting. Like there was like a head with just arms and legs that would walk towards you. The whole game was set up like it's a play, like you're at a theatrical play.
Oh,
So
kind
like
of
the background kind of moves like it would. Stuff like that was really cool.
what was that game? One game called that was kind of like that. Battle Block Theater.
I don't know. I never played that. I was thinking like while I was playing it, the way the background was moving kind of reminded me of like 3DS games, like how the background is different from the foreground.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like it's a platformer, so basically it's side scroll, but you can go left, right, you end up and down, but you can't really, you're really only head in one basic direction. It was frustrating. It had its frustrating moments for sure. I didn't get to play much, unfortunately, just because of scheduling situations. The fact that it fell at the same that this stream was literally the day before Modern Warfare 2 came out, so
yeah,
I didn't end up revisiting the game. In fact, I just ended up having to work every day thereafter anyway.
as a matter of fact, in a few weeks, I'm going to say we should take a break from doing the wheel because one of my favorite game companies or game series is releasing, and I know that's what I want to get.
You can still fit like a couple hours into like the only reason I only streamed for like an hour and a half was because I ended up having to work the next morning when I wasn't planning on that, so I ended up having to cut it short just so because I got called into work, and when I go to work I have to get up at 5 a.m. to do that. So it was already like 9 o'clock when I quit streaming, so
yeah.
I was stuck anyway. I should have done some research before I played the game because there's like things that I could have done to make my experience a little better that I didn't know about.
I feel like we get that a lot though.
Yeah, I mean, I like to go into a game blind just because I feel like if you go and look too far ahead, you pretty much spoil the whole game for yourself.
I mean, like for example, and I know you hate when I bring up this example because I bring it up a lot, Subnautica. If I would have looked into Subnautica at all, I would have probably known what the hell I was doing, and I would have had, farms going and stuff like that. I would have been struggling so much. Yeah. It's part of the learning experience, though.
Oh, I would like to say that I would probably go back and play this, but I'm just, because knowing what I know, I probably would have gotten further. I probably could have beaten it eventually, but it's more of a grind just due to the fact that some of the things set you up, like literally set you up for failure. So you get a health bar, and never at any point in that game did I like lose all my health at once. But it was frustrating because it was little by little whack here, a little fireball hit me here or whatever. And it's like they set the shit up where right when you jump is when the fireball is going to come and hit and whack your ass. Like, I don't know if they intentionally made it that frustrating or whatever. So one of the things I didn't know, like I knew you could throw this little ghost dude out and he flips switches for you.
Yeah.
And I tried one time to use him as like an attack, but nothing happened. Well, apparently if I charge it and throw it at the enemy, it actually works. Like it hits them. So there's a little annoying, like little head dude that rolls and he's fast as shit. You can't just jump over him. You can't, if you hit him, your hit will connect, but he'll still roll and hit you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was annoying. That was just another way that you just have to take a whack here and there. And you don't really, there are very few instances where you can gain your health back. So there's these like stupid ass microwaves. It just goes perfect with how weird everything else is. You hit these microwaves and like all these little hearts come out of it. And the hearts are the currency. Like they're the money, not the health. So it would have been nice if they were health. But sometimes when you whack one, a little green capsule with like a plus, like it's the health basically. And it doesn't generate all your health. It like literally gives you a couple tick marks.
Gotcha.
Back. It's not really, I wouldn't consider it to be similar necessarily to roguelites and shit because you actually, you actually get a certain number of continues before you have to start the whole damn level over, which sadly is like 2, but then I found one up, but you can only find it once. So not like in Mario where like you can go back every time you play that round and you end up just never really losing the life because you just keep going back to that same spot and picking up your 1-up. And then if you die, you didn't lose a life, but
yeah.
So you get like 2 or 3 and the whole first round was simple. I guess that's just by design, to make it where you can get used to the controls or whatever. It wasn't bad. I didn't die at all. I got deep into the second level, and that's about as far as I could go because I just kept dying. Yeah, and it was pain in the ass because you have to start all the way over. Once you've exhausted you don't start over at the very first round, but you start over at the very beginning, and these rounds are kind of long.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have a boss at the end. The first boss was pretty easy. I didn't even make it to the second boss, so I can't even tell you what he was like or if he was easy or not. So that was my experience. I'd like to say it's playlist, but I highly doubt it because, why would I put myself back through that? I did kind of want to go back to it just for the sake of now that I know some things, I probably could have at least, advanced past where as far as I made it, but nah, it wasn't that fun. If it was more fun and less frustrating, yeah, but nah. It looks really cool though. That for that aspect, I'd say it's like a 5 out of 10 to me. And it's definitely never play again, probably. I'd have to get a wild hair up my ass to decide to put myself back through that shit some more.
So for the game I had to play,
yours,
for the game I had to play, it was called Mech Warrior 5, and there's some prefix, but I don't remember what that was.
I don't know.
Warrior, it was Mech Warrior 5, and basically you're a captain of this crew, and you go on different missions with different mechs of your choice. You unlock them throughout the game, and it just gives you little tasks like go collect these, and I think the worst was it was defending, like a defend an area, and
that makes sense with a mech.
Well, yeah. Those were particularly bad because the mechs aren't fast, even the fastest one. So you start off on one side of the map, and let's say it was like maybe halfway through the map, you get to the place you're supposed to defend. They were already at like 75% health. And it's like, okay, cool. So, if you really wanted to, you could even 100% this. Like you couldn't beat it with 100% health or stuff like that. I was like, that's kind of lame. And I said this multiple times while I'm playing. It feels like it's supposed to be a co-op or multiplayer kind of experience. Just like what's the word, like a vibe it gives off. It has that like kind of teamwork feeling aspect to it. And there were every time you completed a mission, you'd get to pick between your shares of the loot. And you got like at the beginning of the mission, you got to choose. You could either get extra shares or you get extra money, or you take less health. And like at the end of the mission, I remember there were some mechs on there you could choose as your share.
Mm-hmm.
But they were more expensive than what your share was, which was lame. It was like you get 6 shares, but it was 19 shares for one mech. And I'm like, okay, why give me the option then?
Yeah.
And after every battle or every mission, you have to repair your mech. And that cost in-game money. Along with like buying new weapons and stuff like that also cost in-game money.
Upgrades and stuff.
Yeah. And that was cool and all. I mean, I didn't mind that. The only problem is it takes like you have to actually wait in-game time for the repairs to happen and stuff like that. Unless you choose to do a time skip, which is put you closer to your payday where you basically pay your utilities. Yeah, that was real lame. Because I remember thinking, I was like, well, dang, I have like $100-something thousand. And then I was like, okay, cool. So I can skip. So my robot will be rebuilt. And I skipped, and I was like, oh, I had to pay utilities. I don't have any money left. And each robot had their own like name. Like XJ9000 or something like that. I don't remember any of them. The main one I used is the first one you get, and I personally named him Jeffrey. He was blue and yellow with flames on it. And I mean, overall, the game, I would not go back to this game. As a matter of fact, I deleted it as soon as I was done streaming it. I was like, the whole time I just felt bored. It took forever to get to any action just from the start of a mission. And you kept saying like, oh, you expect a mech to be fast? I was like, no, but I expect the game to be fun or,
Right, but your main complaint, oh, this mech is slow. It's a giant hunk of metal. I mean, I couldn't imagine them being fast. The only reason I thought the game had a chance to be fun is I don't know if you ever played the Titanfall 2.
Yes, I love Titanfall 2.
The story part, the campaign, you control several different mechs, and all of them, it's fun to use them. Okay. They're not going to run. They're not like fast
there was
runners,
also there was like a little menu you could do with your D-pad, and I did notice there was a switch mech button, but I think you have to unlock more characters to go into the missions with you.
Probably, yeah.
And I just didn't end up getting that far. Like I said, it didn't have my entertainment by like the hour I played or something. Because I didn't like, I just wasn't having fun. I wasn't going to play much longer. And then, after
sometimes games take a while though to actually get fun, Well,
then they're not worth playing.
I can tell just from looking at it. Graphically, it wasn't what I expected it to be. It didn't look that sharp.
Yeah, no, it was kind of
just from watching what you were
playing. I thought some of it was pretty. Like cutscenes were great.
Yeah.
Then you get to the actual game, it's kind of choppy and stuff like that.
It really didn't look choppy to me. It just looked bland. Like,
yeah, I could see that. It felt like an empty world too, and I don't like that.
Yeah, like one or two colors and like.
Yeah. Most of the missions I went on were like this snow place, and there were like brown buildings and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm saying it just didn't look like they put a whole lot of environment, like effort into the environment, or even really your like mechs didn't look as cool as they could have.
Yeah, I also noticed, you could change the color and stuff. I don't know if you caught that part of the stream where I was changing the color
I
of my
don't know.
mech.
It was late, and I did go to sleep shortly after.
Yeah.
Once you saw me stop commenting, you should have known basically
So
I was going.
I remember I selected the decal to put flames on it, and I tried to change the color, but it didn't seem like they changed too well. It wasn't noticeable, at least.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you get a little bit of customization, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, it looked more like, what was it? Were you in first person mode or third person?
Okay, so when you're in the mech in that advanced
In
menu,
the mech,
yeah, when you're in the mech in that advanced menu I was telling you about, you can switch between first person or quote unquote drone cam.
They should have a button mid gameplay that you could.
No, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on the D-pad. It's like it's literally like a menu that's always on your screen. It kind of bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it was like you hit right and then you select drone cam and you'd be in the drone view, which is just third person. And third person is definitely the way to play.
Yeah, I guess you can see more. I mean, what's the point of having a really cool looking mech if you can't even see it?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're just looking through the glass of the damn
well, I mean,
helmet or whatever.
When you were in first person too, I did think the inside of the mechs were pretty detailed.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I was just trying to. I was saying helmet, but I meant cockpit. I guess.
Yeah,
you'd
cockpit.
be like a person inside of a giant.
I felt like there was more detail in the cockpit than I was expecting.
That's good.
Just based off other visuals. So, like, if you like mech games where you don't fight other mechs too often, but you fight helicopters and tanks, and you can... Oh, I didn't mention my favorite part. There was one part I did like. So you have obviously known me a long time.
Right.
Do you know what one of my favorite things in games is?
That's very vague.
Destroyable environments.
Oh, I'd imagine there would be destroyable environments.
Yeah, you could walk through the buildings, destroy them, blow them
crush
up.
them.
Yeah, I did enjoy that a lot. Because I can't think of too many games that have it. I mean, the first one that comes to mind was the Mercenaries game.
Or the was it Battlefield?
Oh yeah, Battlefield Bad Company.
Bad Company, yeah.
Yeah, I love that in games.
Yeah, that's fun. That you can destructible environments are fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like in games where like you can use the like environment to take out your enemies, kind of like the game I played last week, where you can blow shit up on people and kill them.
The cocaine.
Yeah, blow up their cocaine and blow up their cars and blow up barrels. Stuff like that's always cool. Shoot fire extinguishers, things like that in games is always gives you a more creative way to take them out versus directly.
Yeah. So on my my rating for this game is probably like a 3 out of 10. Like I said, it didn't feel very fun, and it definitely didn't live up to what I was hoping it would.
Yeah.
I was expecting epic fucking mech battles, and I got me auto-locking onto tanks and somehow still missing them because of how the game functions.
Yeah. Well, they can't all be hits, and lately we're due for something that's just going to be great. I mean,
Subnautica was great.
I mean, I enjoyed Narco Terror, so
yeah,
it wasn't great necessarily, but it's good.
I just still want to get Power Rangers.
It's still on your wheel until you get it, or until I get it, till one of us gets it, because there ain't no point in both of us getting it. So,
well, if you get it, then I'm going to download it and we're going to play together.
That's fair. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah,
it's got to be cool.
If one of us gets it, we both get it. That's how this is gonna work.
That's fair, sure. You're still gonna have to stream your other game, or I'm still gonna have to stream mine, whichever.
I also found out that you totally could have played with me because there is that co-op mode.
Yeah, but I couldn't have because of the time. I said, I fell asleep shortly after you got started. So
and let's be honest, if we're playing any game together right now, it's Call of Duty.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, yeah.
Speaking of Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 just dropped.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I was really excited. We both played the beta, so
yeah,
we kind of knew what to expect. The maps are not great.
I didn't put this on there because I just wanted. I saw you put the Modern Warfare dropping thing on there. How did it compare to the beta?
It's better than the beta to me. Some of the same problems are right there that were there in the beta. I do think that over time, some of it will get better. Some of it will never be addressed. And they've already said they won't address certain things. So
one thing I don't remember in the beta was shotguns being so powerful.
Shotguns, hell, rocket launchers. That's annoying as shit.
Rocket launchers too, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's just something. Yeah, I mean shotguns. The problem with all the modern warfare, the newer ones like 2019 was the same way. They put too much range on the shotguns.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
You should not be getting sniped with a shotgun like from far away. They're just blasting it, and you still manage to get one shot with that.
There should be at a certain point when you shoot someone with a shotgun, and they're so far away, the pellets just bounce off.
Yeah. I think time to kill seems decent. It makes sense, sort of.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get freaking lasered and it doesn't make any sense, but
that's what happened to me majority of the time.
I noticed though it has a lot to do with if they're aiming at your head versus aiming at like even if they hit like torso, like chest up, you're gonna die a lot faster than if they're shooting your leg, or if you're shooting them in the kneecap while they're blasting you in the chest, you're gonna die before they will. I've noticed that.
I didn't notice that too much. Most of my deaths were from behind or shotgunned.
See, well, one thing though is while I was waiting for the game to come out, I played the whole story mode, the whole campaign. I played it on PC, which is weird because I have more than one PC.
Yeah.
But if I turn on the game here, it's like I never played the campaign because I played it in the house on the other PC. So I have no achievements supposedly, but if I go in there, I have achievements and I have all the stuff that you unlock. Because when you play through the campaign, every level you beat, you unlock certain things that they're like character skins and
that's wild.
Calling cards and random stuff. So
I don't really your Activision on both of them.
Yeah, they're on my Activision and as well as they're on my BattleNet. I don't understand it. That doesn't make any sense to me. But it just is that way somehow. The campaign was pretty cool until they introduced some really like dumb stuff that doesn't belong in a Call of Duty game, but in my opinion, like crafting.
Oh God.
Yeah. And like survival mode, like basically like the whole last level, you're running around with no gun and you're having to craft shit. Craft like little smoke bombs or whatever to take out the enemy. You had to craft yourself a shiv or whatever, like a little knife, while you're running like hell getting shot at. It's insane, but and I think from what I've heard, the reason for that is there's going to be a mode called DMZ, which is supposedly just like that Tarkov game.
Okay. Makes sense, I guess.
And I guess they sort of wanted to introduce you to like survival mechanics. But I highly doubt they're going to sit there and send you out there with nothing and not be able to find a gun somewhere. That would be stupid.
That kind of defeat the purpose of playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I've heard of this Escape from Tarkov game. I've seen a little bit of like videos about it. It doesn't look like anything that would interest me. So if the DMZ mode is like that, that's going to be one mode that I will not play.
Do you know when the new Warzone drops?
Yeah, the 16th of November. Okay. So as well as season 1 of the Battle Pass.
Okay.
Which I bought the Vault edition, so I get like 50 levels of the Battle Pass right off the jump for free.
And guess what? I also bought the Vault Edition.
Well, good, because you didn't originally. You must have had.
No, I didn't. You can add it on through the Steam store.
You should have done it through. Well, never mind.
I did it through Activision.
No, I'm saying you should have done it through the Xbox.
Well, we didn't have the game at the time of the Xbox.
Yeah, I didn't know when you bought it. So, yeah. So, for context for that, I also later on bought the Xbox version, thinking that would maybe not crash as much as the PC version, but I found out that it crashes on every single platform that it's on. PlayStation crashes, Xbox crashes. So there was an update. So depending on when you played, there was an update, and since that update, I didn't crash on PC.
Okay. Me and you also had separate problems with the beta. One was you crashing, and it was a part where I couldn't even open up the game. So I guess we're just unlucky in our own ways.
Yeah, and it's a pain in the ass that every time they do an update, you go into the game, you get kicked back out of the game because of the update. So that shouldn't even make a difference. If you updated it before you entered into the game, you should not have to exit out for the update to be applied. It's so stupid.
One thing that did annoy me is, I played by myself for that an hour or two, and I set it up to where my controller would be, what I'd be using, right? So I obviously turned off my computer stuff when I was done, and I got on the other day with my friends.
And it went back to
mouse and keyboard, and I didn't expect this.
Mine doesn't.
When my match started, so I'm holding my controller, and I could move with my controller and shoot with my controller, but I could only aim with the mouse. So I told my friend, I was like, "Can we leave?" And he's like, "Nope, you have to practice mouse keyboard now." I'm like, "God damn it."
So there was one extra little part about this game that I wanted to talk about. So they have a map. I don't know if you played in it where it's looks like a race car track.
I played on one that looks like a highway that's backed up.
No, that one sucks. That one, yeah.
I want to talk about that one too.
Well, the reason I'm talking about this map though is it was originally supposed to be part of the beta, and it was supposed to be called Grand Prix. It's a really nice looking map. It's a pain in the ass, like all the maps seem to be for me. But so they couldn't get licensing for that name, so now it's called some kind of a raceway or something lame, fake. So now, I guess because of that, there was a map. I want to say it was the museum map that the actual it was a hotel or something. The people that I guess in Amsterdam felt I
think I know what map you're talking about.
Yeah, it felt like they misrepresented the hotel. So my question is, how many maps are they going to lose just because of they were being too specific with the naming?
I don't know. I didn't realize they were naming that after.
Yeah, apparently it was a real thing. It's a real place, and now that place is basically suing Activision or whatever because they feel like it was a poor representation of because there's a war going on or whatever.
So I would assume they would have to go through some legal stuff to get the rights or to get the rights to use the name, right?
Well, I mean, that building is so old. At some point, you would think it's public domain.
That's not exactly how
I could talk about, Chicago O'Hare Airport without them suing me. So and this shit's older than that.
But it's them showing them in a whole Battlefield Warfront type phase.
I don't see how it matters. I mean, the only thing is, I guess, because it's still open for business, it could be detrimental to.
Yeah, no. If it wasn't open for business and they were trying to sue, I would.
If it was a piece of history, but it probably is, because if it looks that damn old, it's something that's been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
it would make sense that there would be I don't know, but it doesn't make sense that they can sue based on that because it's false. It's not like the game is claiming this shit is real.
Yeah,
not like they're making false accusations to the hotel itself.
So
that's kind of weird. I was just curious, like how many maps are they going to lose, because some of the other maps seem like they're a little specific with the naming.
Yeah. So the map I was talking about is I think it's like a bridge or a highway.
I don't know the name of it, but you're basically in like the very beginning, everyone's running like hell and screaming and running away, and then like they abandoned their cars and took off.
Yeah, and my first question was,
cars are there.
My first question was, can I shoot the civilians?
No, because the match hasn't started.
Yeah, I know.
So no, you can't.
No, then they disappear before you can even turn around to look at them.
It's kind of like a trap, though, because every one of those cars can be exploded by a rocket launcher.
That's what I was going to say.
It's a setup. And then there's like, basically, anytime I play on that map, I try to hit that little hallway that's to the side.
That's what I was going to say. So either you're going down the middle.
Or stick with the burned down cars that are already fucked up.
Yeah, so either you're going down middle for the beginning of the round and just blowing up every 5 seconds, or you go down a hallway where all...
It's 3-lane maps. That's so typical.
Where all the enemy teams are just shooting at you. And...
I like to snipe, so...
Yeah, well, it also felt like... one side had
the trap for me.
One side had a little bit more cover than the other. And,
I think that's a big problem with a lot of their map design for this game. For some reason, I guess they're trying to like cater to everyone. So they have wide open areas and then little like tight areas as well. So like usually it's like a building with corridors everywhere, like a maze.
There's literally
and then there's some kind of like wide ass open area, which is cool for me because I like to snipe. But it's not cool for like the little SMG guys because they have to either stay in shotgun guys because they have to basically stay in the tighter areas and work that way. But that makes sense because I mean you pick your loadout based on how you want to play. You shouldn't be expected to be able to run wide ass open with an SMG down the middle of like a wide open area.
Yeah.
Or either way, get picked off.
Either way, on any map I played, I always ran into the same problem you run into all Call of Duty games.
Campers?
Dying immediately off a spawn.
It is happening, but not nearly as much as it has been.
I'll say it's not nearly as bad.
Not as common.
It's
going to happen because people...
It still pisses me off.
If their whole team is spawning on the opposite side of the map, there's at least one dude who's already ran around and wants to flank. So they can't just like spawn you in the middle of the map just because that one guy is already in your spawn.
You mean like Nuketown does?
Oh, well, Nuketown is just stupid. And
yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm already hearing rumors that they're just going to bring back all the same old tired ass maps that they always bring back in like every game. I don't understand that.
Still stick to my opinion. If they're going to bring back some maps, just bring them all back. Just full send it.
They're not going to do that, though.
No, of course not.
What I wish they would do is bring back something different, something that hasn't already been brought back. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it's going to be
Shipwreck, or what is it? Yeah,
probably going to be freaking.
No, it's
they're already talking about Express again. Jesus.
Oh God, I hate Express.
I don't even like that map.
Dude, I can't think of a map
Rust again.
Do like. Oh no, what was that petrol station?
Diesel. That was a new map.
I like Diesel. They should bring Diesel back.
Diesel was cool. But see, you gotta understand that's Black Ops. That's Treyarch.
Oh.
So the only one that seems to be universal is Nuketown or Shipment, which they're already talking about Shipment coming back.
Shipment's fun, I guess, depending on whatever mode.
Shipment was not fun in Modern Warfare 2019. It was fun in World War II. It was like the only fun map.
I think it was fun in Cold War too. It was in Cold War, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
Maybe it was. Maybe I'm thinking of. No, it was definitely in Cold War.
Shipment?
It was that or Vanguard.
Yeah, it's in Vanguard.
Yeah, okay, I'm probably thinking of Vanguard.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know because me and you didn't play much of Vanguard. We were playing Cold War.
Yeah.
Vanguard sucks.
Because Cold War's 10 times better than Vanguard.
I have a fear that this game's going to be the same way. We're just going to be like, let's just go back to Cold War. Although no one will be playing at this point.
I don't think it will. Honestly,
I'm hoping not.
I will continue to have fun. I'm having fun. I'm frustrated as I am with every single, even Cold War for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, the game just did release, so there's going to be weaponing balances and stuff that are going to happen.
So far, that's something I actually like more about this one than any other Call of Duty. The way the weapons are, like the way you upgrade them and the way you get the camos, everyone's going to get the camos. All you got to do is play the damn game and change weapons. Don't use the same one every single time. No, the camo grind is not nearly as much of a grind.
No, well, that's
all you got to do
is
level. So the way it is, like to unlock another weapon, instead of having to reach like a level as an operator, you just take one gun from the same platform and reach a certain level with it, and it automatically unlocks another gun. Then if you take that gun and reach a certain level, you unlock another one. And everything you unlock, every camo you unlock, regardless what gun, can be used on every gun that you have.
Oh yeah.
So the camos are stupid easy to unlock. It's not dumb like
my buddy was
already where you had to use certain attachments to unlock. Like you had to use a certain combination of attachments and get like 50 kills laying down, holding your finger up your nose while eating chili peppers or something.
Yeah,
like really stupid. You don't have to do all that.
My buddy was already bragging that he got gold on his guns.
Yeah, I'm close to gold on one of them, but
to me, I don't care.
I do because it gives you something else to shoot for. Like,
I've never cared for those though.
Well,
as the collector, I didn't care to collect the skins. Oddly enough.
Yeah, the skins. That's
gun skins or
the gun skins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. I will say with the new Warzone's coming out, I'm still upset that I don't get to keep my old skins. And yeah, I get it. They're going for more money. I mean, they're just rebooting this game.
No, they're definitely. I mean, they don't make no mistake about that. They're always after money.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a business after all, so that makes sense. They're not just there to cater and kiss your ass. They're there to
give you
things that you want.
That I only got half a year with my skin I wanted. And remember, at first I had troubles trying to get it because you were originally going to try to gift it to me, and for whatever fucking reason, it wouldn't let you.
Oh, what's funny is Halloween just went by, so you could have possibly gotten the Scream one if you were playing Black Ops or whatever, Cold War.
I mean, I wanted to buy it. It's so close to the new game coming out.
Yeah, I know. That's funny. That's what's funny about it.
It wouldn't have been worth it at that point.
I don't even know if it was up, though. I mean, I hadn't really played that in a minute. So
check. I haven't had time.
So this Modern Warfare is supposed to have Modern Warfare 2 is supposed to also have a co-op, which they had before.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have something called Ground War, which is like a big, but yet smaller. It's smaller than like Warzone, but way bigger than like your 6v6 maps. So it's kind of like the Combined Arms was on Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah. All I'm hoping is when they drop Warzone 2, it comes with some kind of Resurgence mode or something like that. What was the mode we were playing? Reborn Resurgence?
Oh, yeah. That
the one where you don't permanently die unless your whole team dies?
There's a couple different, there's a couple versions like that they had. So I hope so, because I don't like to play just straight up Battle Royale.
I don't like battle royales, but I kind of felt like towards the end of I'm going to say Cold War's life cycle, because again, Vanguard sucked. That was all we were doing, was ended up playing Warzone, at least on my end, because that's where I was having fun.
We were playing the Warzone like the ones where you can respawn and stuff. To me, that's the only ones that are any fun. I don't want to sit there and die and then it's either win the Gulag, which by the way, they changed the Gulag supposedly. where it's 2 versus 2. So when you get sent to the gulag by yourself,
gunfight tournament,
some other random person gets sent in and will end up being your partner. Oh. Now there's a twist though, supposedly, that if you guys just let the timer run out and don't kill each other, you all get to go back into the war zone.
No one's going to be that nice, though.
People will do it, just be like, whatever. But, I mean, it's a matter of having to trust that they're not just going to pop you at the very end and be like, ha, loser.
I mean, that's what I'd do.
Yeah, because you're prone to trolling more so. Well, no,
because then they'll come back to bite me in the ass later. What if they end up in the last 2 with me?
I don't know. It's kind of cool that they actually made it a 2v2, even though it's still going to be on a tiny ass little map. Like the one was a bathroom, the gulag. So I don't know. So the reason I mentioned though that that they have co-op is because I want to talk about how co-op isn't really my thing for some reason. I don't know. Like, there's like a million reasons why I don't really particularly enjoy playing games in co-op.
So this is another spot where me and you differ. There seems to be a lot of places me and you differ.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so let me get into some of the reasons and maybe it'll make more sense. I'm not saying I'm completely opposed to co-op, but especially as an adult, you have to both have that time available to commit to playing together.
I have a great example of a co-op game that me and you did enjoy that we never finished.
Well, and then also if you like the game, you have to have enough discipline to not play it when the other person isn't around so y'all can play it together.
Yeah. Do you remember the game A Way Out?
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
We never finished that.
So, I remember the last thing we did was we were in like a trailer park and I was playing baseball with some random dude. So anyway, another thing is typically when these games have co-op, you don't want to play it with someone who's way leveled ahead of you. That's just lame because they're doing everything and you're not doing shit. And you're reaping the benefits. Sure, there's benefits to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the experience isn't there because, like, you didn't experience it. You literally just sat back and let the one that's further ahead of you kill everyone or do whatever, like raids and shit, especially, or like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, if the two of you have two totally different playing styles, somebody just wants to rush in and try to run through it all. And it used to be really bad back in the day when like games were like all the games were like side scrollers. You got one dude all the way at the front of the map trying to push everything forward, but he can't go no further forward because the other dude's lagging behind, or vice versa.
And then you have a Goomba just run up.
Or you try to jump over something and the dude moves the map and you just literally fall down a hole and die. Like, dude, slow down or whatever. Like all kinds of shit like that. Or if you're supposed to be relying on like them to revive you and they just let you fucking die while they like, dude, pick me up. I'm down or whatever. And then eventually you just fucking die. Like there's just so many like elements that just make it not fun versus just like, especially for like campaigns and shit, I'd rather play that shit by myself.
Do you remember any games that you played co-op that you really enjoyed? Because I can name a few.
All the Gears of War are great co-op. Halo games are great in co-op.
Yep, those were two off of mine. I can name a few more though.
I'm sure there's more.
What was it? Kane and Lynch.
Kane and Lynch those games are designed to be played co-op.
Those are fun as characters. Co-op. Shit, while we played it, Get Out was great. Or A Way Out was great.
A Way Out, yep.
Yeah, that was a good game. Sucks we never finished it.
It's not like we don't still have it. It's just a matter of
I've already spoiled the ending. for myself.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Because if someone goes on and plays versus like
I didn't play. It was
or you looked ahead or whatever.
I was watching a YouTuber who was playing it, and I'm like,
right.
well, I'm not going to turn it off. I like this guy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's stuff like that. That's sort of what kills co-op for me. It's like,
oh, and I was also going to say Army of Two.
Army of Two is great co-op.
Yes, I love Army of Two. Why is there not a new Army of Two?
That's an EA thing, man. I don't know why there's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And to me, the last one was amazing, but I didn't really. I only played one level in co-op on the hardest level.
The one I remember was the last one I remember playing.
The Devil's Cartel or some
Devil's
shit
Cartel,
was the last one. Now the 40th day wasn't that great.
And I remember the whole game. I was trying to figure out how to unlock the Skull Candy mask. They have skull like a
but you got to look because some of them are not. They're like you have to pay for it or you have to.
I don't remember how you got.
Yeah, some of them are like you can't unlock them. You have to literally. But the Devil's Cartel one was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
The 40th day was not that fun. For some reason.
I don't remember.
I still have it. I haven't even beaten it.
There was like a DS version too.
I didn't know about that one, but 1 and 2 were great.
Yeah. There might have been PSP version. It's one of those handheld consoles. And
so I'm just guessing they maybe just weren't making enough money off of it anymore. A lot of people actually hate those games.
Why?
They've gotten a lot of hate.
They were so good.
I think it's just because they're third person, and at that point, everyone expects with a modern day for every game to be first person, and that's totally not first person. It's actually Gears of War is not first person, so those are fun.
Have you played the newest Gears?
Yeah. Gears 5. Yeah.
How is it?
It was cool. I played it co-op mostly. Well, actually, I played it by myself, and then I played it with my younger brother co-op and his friend. So it's kind of cool because you can play more than 2 players.
Yeah.
Now it used to be you can only be 2 co-op because there was always 2 characters. And Halo was always like that too because
I remember
it became 4. You can play 4 now.
Whole thing the company was doing. What company makes Gears again?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, they
either way it's an Xbox exclusive.
I can't. They put out a poll online on whether or not what was his name? Cole.
Oh, the night. What do they call him? Cole Train.
Cole Train. The guy who him or a family member dies in every game. And for the 5th game, they put out a poll asking
whether he die,
whether one of their family members should die. And I'm going to assume they voted yes. I don't know.
That's one of those things too. Like these games will throw you a curveball because they act like one of the main characters dies, and then you find out in the end they didn't die.
That's what we call cliche.
That is cliched as hell, but
same as the movies and stuff.
That's exactly what happened with Army of Two. You thought the one dude was dead, and he turns out to be a damn villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Devil's Cartel. The devil is actually Rios or one of those guys.
That's also another cliche.
Yeah, for sure.
Bad guy the whole time.
The good guy's the bad guy. Oh no! Who knew?
What a twist!
Way to pull out those twists there.
You know what else is a really good co-op game?
What's that?
Resident Evil. I never played the first one, but I know
Resident Evil 5 was fun.
Resident Evil 5 was fun as hell in co-op. And I bet Resident Evil would have been great in co-op too.
Which one?
Resident Evil 4.
I wouldn't know because some jackass fucking ruined that game and actually completely ruined it for me.
It wasn't necessarily on purpose.
It was a remake of Resident Evil 4. It was on 360?
Yeah, I think so.
And one thing about Resident Evil games, to me, the controls always suck. I don't know why. They make them harder than they had to be.
They're weird, yeah.
Yeah, they're so weird. But I was stuck in this one part where I would get to this giant beast that would just whoop my ass. And I was playing it over and over and over, and I was getting frustrated. So William here thinks, "Oh yeah, I'll beat it. I'll show him." And what do? Tell us what your jackass self did.
So, at the beginning of that area he was at, the checkpoint, you spawn in right next to the shopkeeper. So
we don't have money to buy shit. So that's one thing we need to know. We don't have any money to buy anything.
Yeah, you don't have any money to buy anything. So I was wondering if I could kill the shopkeeper just for fun. You can, and the game will save, and you won't have him there anymore.
And they will stay dead. So you can't just go steal the shit from the shop either, apparently, because...
Yeah, but I don't know how I ruined the game for you if you didn't have money to buy anything anyways. Just move on. There'll be another shopkeeper.
That's stupid, William. You kill the shopkeeper. What if he doesn't come back? What if it's the same guy in every shop? So, like, once you kill him...
Well, then you're fucked, but you didn't know that because you never got past that back.
Well, how do I know I wasn't going to find some money somewhere that we just didn't look yet and then go back to the storekeeper guy and get past that shit, man? We don't know because we never know.
That's a chance we had to take.
No, that's a chance you chose to take.
In my defense, I didn't know it would save. That was bullshit. It should have saved.
I'm like, don't do it, William. Oh, I got to. I can't help myself. Okay. And that sucked.
Man, you could totally replay that game now at this point and just let that go.
You know how far and how long it took me to get to that part?
Do you even remember even playing any of that game?
Yes.
Can you give me a story of that game?
The story of it? Not really, because I didn't get through the whole thing. I know the whole story. I know there was an annoying part where, like these buildings are burning and like you're climbing across the top of buildings while like these zombies and shit are like climbing up the building at you. And I got through that. I survived that. And then I survived the next level. Then I survived even further. And then I got to that part where I was stuck. And William took it upon himself to assassinate the damn shopkeeper.
I didn't think it would save. That's what's fucked up is that it's saved.
And the controls were so frustrating. And that's what made the game so damn hard. And I'll never, ever know how that game ends.
Oh my God. I'm going to fucking come over there just to beat it for you.
Don't have to come here. I'm sure
I don't have to. I got your Xbox.
Yeah. You got every game I own.
I can log on to your account and play it.
That's what I said.
Just get past that.
You have access to every game that I own.
I'll get you past that one part and save.
Won't. You never will. You know how many times we tried? That thing was way stronger.
We'll download it.
Whatever. Either way. So, yeah. So that was basically how William decided to single-handedly ruin a game that I worked so hard to get to where I was.
So, Dad.
Yo.
You grew up in a funky age for gaming, didn't you?
Well, sure. I grew up through most of gaming's lifespan.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the hell did you do?
I don't know. That's not my camera.
Okay.
Yeah, why isn't my camera turning?
Well, William is a giant orange block. So what were you getting at here? You're talking about the
So you grew up in or you didn't grow up in the 90s, but you lived through the 90s with gamings and stuff.
Yeah. And the 80s.
Back in the day, there were a lot of weird accessories and stuff.
Peripherals and shit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What is the weirdest accessory you can think of?
The Power Glove for the NES. It was like literally a plastic glove that went over your hand, had buttons all over it.
I know exactly what it is.
So that's one. I mean, there's more than one, but
two things. One, I love the Power Glove.
Yeah,
Two,
it's still weird.
I want the Power Glove for Christmas.
So anyway, so the Power Glove is definitely a weird ass.
I think it was a great concept.
even the stupid gun for like duck hunt was kind of weird too, because think about it.
The light gun, yeah.
How does it know where you're fucking aiming that thing?
Light sensors, blah blah blah.
You're giving it too much technology. It's really literally not.
I think that was it though.
You can literally take that thing and point it right on on your TV, right to the duck and miss, but then you can do something random and hit. I don't know really what technology was actually determining whether you hit the duck or
I kind of want to look this up.
The clay pigeon or whatever.
I'm not exactly sure. Did it have a name? I'm just gonna say duck hunt gun.
Yeah, either way, I don't know what it was called. So I sent you a video of a weird accessory that's kind of new, but it doesn't work. Did you see that video, or did you just
that like
steering wheel that attaches to your controller?
Yeah, I was actually correct with the light sensors, by the way. I totally guessed.
I really don't think that's right though, but I mean that's probably what they're claiming, but I just don't think it really worked right.
Whether or not it worked is not.
I mean, because yeah. So anyway,
it detects a shift from black to white if the gun is pointed at the duck.
Right.
I thought the ducks were orange. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, yes,
they were gray and white or something.
I did see the accessory you sent me. It's a little wheel, quote unquote.
It's like, okay, so what it is it's something that they bought off like Geek or Wish or some Chinese whatever, and it runs between the two
joysticks.
The two joysticks, and it's like a little board looking wheel. So supposedly you're supposed to just be able to use that wheel and it will steer like a steering wheel. But even in the video, the dude crashed straight into the wall. It was like stupid. It looked really cool though, but
so
it doesn't work.
What are the coolest / most interesting accessories you've ever seen or owned, for that matter?
Most interesting? What do you mean? Like
ones
I don't know. Like VR is cool until you actually try to use it. Then it doesn't really work, right? Those weird headsets where you look like a crazy person, like from the future.
The coolest accessory I can think of would just have to be like the official GameCube adapter that turned your you could play Game Boy games on your GameCube. That was pretty cool.
I think the VMU for the Dreamcast is really cool.
I still think the Power Glove dope though. I don't know what you're talking about.
The what?
The Power Glove was dope.
And of course the Power Glove was cool. I'm just saying I never even had one of those.
It was just badly executed. I know. I've always heard about how bad executed it was.
I mean, it was more like cool. Like, look at this giant badass glove I got that I'm trying to game with.
I'm not even kidding you when I say I want one and I want to buy a mannequin hand just to put it on for my shelf.
I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super cool though. I mean, like I can't think of anything quite. Well, I think even though it's not really an accessory, but the Xbox mini fridge is cool. It's just
I want
at the
one.
Same time. It does look like the Xbox. It's cool. It's just so small, like literally 6 cans.
Yeah, that's my only problem with it. I already have a 6-can.
I kind of need one for the other room though, so I don't know. I need something bigger than that. I mean, you can literally buy a bigger one, a much bigger one right now at Walmart for like $68. That's probably 5 times the size of the mini fridge.
30 cans instead of 6.
But it is cool. I mean, you know, there's also that like the Juggernog one. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's for
I have seen that.
Fallout 4. It looks just like the little drink machines that you can purchase Juggernog from.
I kind of like that one a lot.
That one's cool.
That one's stupid expensive if you want to buy one because they're all used prices.
Yeah, I know. Still, they're ridiculously overpriced and undersized, honestly. But if you're like a collector that wants to have every little piece of memorabilia from certain
games, yeah, I get
well,
that.
games or necessarily consoles or whatever, then I get it. You're that much of an Xbox guy that you have to have the mini fridge too.
Yeah.
Or it just totally would set off. Like it would do perfect for in here because everything is black. And it would be black. But my mini fridge in here is humongous and it's black. So
the whole reason I even thought of this topic was because I picked up the they're just blue light glasses or UV glasses or whatever they're called.
The gaming glasses.
Yeah, they always advertise them as gaming glasses.
Well, the purpose of them is to like block out the Blu-rays that come from the TV.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, from your monitor more so than TVs, but
I don't know more about you. I do more on my computer than game.
It doesn't matter. It's still
yeah, but they advertise them. They always advertise these glasses as gamer glasses.
Because gamers are the ones that spend, other than if you work behind a computer, they spend hours, enough time to actually damage their eyes.
Yeah, well, either way, that's what just got me thinking of gaming accessories and weird gaming accessories.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool though. I mean, whatever. I don't know. It's not really something that I see spending money for though.
Oh, I paid $5.
Especially considering I already wear glasses. What am I gonna do? Throw them over the top of my glasses?
I don't know how you would deal with that, but I mean, usually I just take my glasses off if I'm home when I have them. My glasses are currently broken, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just wondering what gaming accessories you thought were cool or interesting.
That's the stuff I think is cool. I don't know. I mean, there's other little like weird. There's some kind of a weird backpack thing that was something way back in the day, but I don't really remember what it was. It was kind of cool too. But
last week we talked about what the best consoles were for each company.
Yeah.
Overall, what console do you think is the worst?
The worst overall? I mean, there are consoles. Are you talking about the big companies, or because I mean, there are some that are so freaking vague and really didn't get any play and didn't do well. And
I mean, it's obviously the Soldier Boy player or whatever it was called.
Yeah, or some random shit. Yeah. As far as if you stick to the big companies, like the big top.
Oh, Nintendo loses.
The Wii sucks, but.
Not even that one. Go even farther back. The Virtual Boy. That thing was terrible.
I guess. It's weird. I know that.
You could play it for an hour and you'd have a headache. And you'd be partly blind afterwards. Not really. I don't know if that was a thing.
I think a major fail was the Atari Jaguar. That thing was so fucking expensive. Oh my God. I think it launched at like $1,000 or some crazy shit.
Damn!
Like late 90s or mid 90s or something. I don't know exactly when, but it was like.
So that's like what? $10,000 nowadays?
No, it's like $1,500 or some shit. I don't even know. There's a couple of them. Like 3DO was expensive. Neo Geo was too expensive for anyone to own. Like,
yeah,
there were a lot that were just so damn expensive that like. But it's funny too, because now you can find like all those games on some stupid
emulator, or
like a little stupid it's really like an emulator kind of, but it's just a stupid old retro
you're talking
console.
about like those retro consoles that have a bunch of them. Yeah, those are just emulators.
Yeah, that's all they really are. But I'm saying like, and so it's funny that like the games you could never afford because you could never afford the damn console. Now you can get those games
for like anywhere from $40 to $100.
Yeah.
I saw a really nice it's not an NES, but it plays NES games and SNES games. Like you stick your actual cartridge in there.
Yeah, they have them at the stupid the local stores that we talked about before. So
collection, one of my collector stores. I almost picked one up, but I looked at the price and it was $120. I'm like,
oh, the one I saw was like 80, and it was really cool. And
it was this crystal blue. It was
and it had multiple cartridge slots because of the different like the NES ones were big, and then the Super Nintendo ones were smaller.
I think
it even had a Genesis slot. Like, it was kind of cool.
It played up to N64.
Oh, that's cool. You had like discs or no?
No.
Didn't do like
no, just cartridges.
What was it? GameCube that had discs?
GameCube had the tiny disc.
Yeah, the little miniature.
There's a name for them, and I can't think of it.
Yeah. Either way, it don't matter because they didn't do
great. While we're talking about those, at that same store, I saw you remember the old plug and play games? So you'd plug the controller into your TV and you'd play the game. They had a Mega Man 2 one. So you got Mega Man 2 plug and play. And I'll tell you right now, I don't own it, to your disbelief, I'm sure. But I did consider buying it, and it was only $16
for one game.
$16 for one game, yeah. I mean, that's
but it's not like it's. I don't know. To me, that wouldn't be worth it because there's probably one that has it and several other games for like maybe $10 more.
I'm sure, but I'm a Mega Man fan, so
still, I just
Anyways,
doesn't seem that practical, I guess.
Well, that was my whole thing too. I was like, I would love owning this, but I'd never use it. And I was like, it's under $20.
If you want it just for the novelty of it and to have it sitting in your game area or something,
I don't even have a spot for something that big in my shelf or anything,
right?
Or on my desk, obviously.
So that's something to think about.
I was like, if I get this, I'm gonna want to open it and plug it in, but I'll only do it once and it'll never be touched again.
Yeah.
And you know what else sucked about those? Because I had a few as a kid. I had a Spider-Man one at one point. I know.
Huh.
You plugged them to the TV, but you still had to put batteries in it and stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it's a double whammy there. You're taking up ports on your TV and you gotta put batteries in the damn thing. It was always like 2 or 3 double A's.
Oh, that's weird.
Everything back in the day used to take double A's.
Double A or like 9-volt, which is really weird.
Dude, I don't think I've put a 9-volt in anything since I was a kid.
Probably not, because it was more of my era than yours.
Fire detectors.
9-volt, yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes like little remote control cars used to run on those, and then
nowadays
they went up to like D batteries or C batteries, the big round ones.
I got this Nerf gun that takes 8 D batteries.
Damn
things. Damn, you can feel the weight difference from when there's batteries in it and when there's not.
I got this weird like paint mixer that I use for like
tattoo ink
that shakes them. That runs on 8 D batteries. It's like, damn.
I mean, you can feel the weight difference too. Yeah. Those things are not light.
Right. So yeah, that's cool though. But
yeah.
So what should we talk about here? We got a few more topics.
Would there ever be a game you would consider buying on one of those?
For what?
Like one of the plug-in
That's just one.
Let's say it's under $20.
See, okay, so like I'm not really big into Mega Man, but if you found one that had all the Mega Man games,
yeah,
or like at least all the old, like 1 through 10 or whatever, then I would see how it would be worth it. But for just Mega Man 2, that's random. If you didn't have the one that already had Mega Man 1, it's like you're starting a collection.
I didn't understand that either.
Middle.
Because it was a new product at the store, because I go to that store all the time. It was Mega Man 2. I don't know if there is a Mega Man 1. I might look it up later, but and the usually the joystick is like designed after the character. Like there was a SpongeBob one that had SpongeBob's nose as the joystick.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But it didn't really have that unique of a design. It was just kind of like an arcade sort of.
Yeah. So I mean, if it was something more like a collection than one, I could see it being worth it.
Yeah, I get that. There's no game you would buy that's just that.
There probably is. I just can't think of one right off.
Oh, and just from a quick Google search, I can buy that same one off of eBay for $10.
Still $10. I don't know.
I mean,
$5 maybe.
I'm still not going to get it because I don't have a use for it.
Right. So ultimately, stuff you have to think about.
This is what it looked like. It looks like what you see like on the arcade cabinet.
Like a stupid joystick that you somehow managed to plug up to your TV.
I mean, it does have the like.
That's cool, but
picture on there. I like how.
If it was every game, every Mega Man game, then yes, go for it.
For a real retro feel, for a real retro feel, play on a CRT TV. Oh, it's $10. It's also $11 shipping, so never mind.
Oh God, so it's still $20.
Yeah. I also did see something else when I looked them up. This might be more of what you're talking about, but it's a little bit more expensive.
Oh, I said it, even if it was like a little more with all the games or more games.
This one's $40. And oops.
It has how many games? Just all the Mega Man?
If it has all the Mega Man, maybe I'd pick it up. God. No.
Find it cheaper?
I don't know.
Possibly.
Talk about something else while I look.
Talk about something else while he looks. How about you just don't worry about it right now and worry about it later?
Okay, here you go. It includes the original game, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
So 1 through 6.
Yeah, $10 a game, minus $20. So like, maybe.
Again, I'm not into Mega Man, so maybe if it was something I was into, maybe.
Again, that'd be a problem of I'd never plug that up.
So there you go. There's your answer. If you're never going to use it, unless you just want it to sit on your like I said, like a collector's shelf, then yeah. Which is probably worth more if you keep it in the box or whatever. If it's ever going to be like a real collector's item.
I did just recently buy this original artwork. Man.
I don't even want to know how much you paid for that.
$10.
Well,
it's a poster. I mean,
it's I guess
it's like one of a kind. So
it's not one of a kind. You bought the only one.
The only one they had, yeah.
Only one they had.
they outsourced to a local artist, and he did them. He did one for me. I have another one in the. Actually, it's right here from a different artist. And this one's actually signed. But this one's at like 1 out of 35 or something. Yeah. This is 31 out of like 500 apparently.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty limited.
I suppose. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean.
Not bad.
Yeah. I think I actually paid more for that one though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think that one was like 20.
I'm sure it was more.
20, 25. But I mean, it's still 31st out of 500. So I don't know how many of that one is. As far as I know, there's only one.
They said it was 1 out of 35.
No, I was thinking that one was.
Yeah.
It says 31 out of 500 on it.
Oh, 31 out
I just
of 500.
looked, yeah.
Okay. It's not bad.
Anyways, should we get to the wheel spin?
Sure. Let's go to the wheel spin. Let me pull it up here.
Take the glasses back off. I'm starting to fuck with
pull up my wheel spin here. Make it a little bigger on my screen. Share my screen. Oops.
Also, while we're waiting for you to pull that up, is there any game you can think of that's coming out that you're excited for?
I
know we hit this a few weeks ago, but now Call of Duty's out. So is there another game?
Well, there's a game that's coming out in, I want to say in December. So in a month, that's going to be cool. I don't know if you're looking at the Trello thing.
Yeah. High on Life?
High on Life. That's right. I couldn't think of the name of it. So your guns have eyeballs and are like characters and they talk shit to you the whole time.
I'm already down with this game and I haven't even pulled it up yet.
Yeah, like pull that shit up. You'll see what I'm talking about.
You know what? No, I've totally seen this.
Yeah, and supposedly it has something to do with Rick and Morty, which I don't understand. I'm hearing.
I think the creator of this game.
Yeah, so like it has like those. I don't know. For some reason, it's like a big deal. All right, let me share my screen, dude. There you go. All right, who wants to spin first?
I will.
We're gonna spin William's wheel. All right.
Wheels wheel.
Wheels wheel. All right, say when.
When?
Oh, what are you hoping for again?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, yeah. All right. Oh, and if it lands on your stupid game you just played, because I just saw it on there, then we'll. Yoku's Island Express.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That might be fun. It looks kind of like, like a Mario, like one of the newer type platformer games. It might be kind of cool. So Yoku's Island Express. You can look it up while I pull mine up. All right. Pull up my wheel.
It has a 10 out of 10 on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people like it. I think it looks kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to be cool. Hopefully it won't be frustrating and stupid, but.
Well, it looks like it's a, I don't know.
It's a platformer type game.
There's platforming, and it looked like at one point there was a pinball aspect to it.
Oh, there's probably a level like that. You know they do.
I'm down.
All right. So, what is it? Yoku's Island Express?
Yeah, I guess we're going to read the summaries anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, hold on to that. Phoenix Point. Whatever the hell that is. I'm going to find out.
Neither of us still didn't get Power Rangers. Damn.
All right. So let me quit showing my screen. There you go.
I want to point this out that neither of us are Power Rangers fan. The game just looks fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be more funny for me than fun. Like the fact that it's Power Rangers and the way they talk with their hands, Mighty Morphine. Like that shit would be
It's
hilarious.
morphing time.
Yeah. That's all they do. Everything they do is like talking with their hands.
It is morphing time.
Let me pull this game.
I'm gonna kick your butt. Watch me do this front flip for no reason.
What's stupid is they go to school with the bad guys.
No, the bad guys were aliens.
Not all of them. Those little punk ass kid. There's like a fat bully looking kid that's in their class. That's usually like the sucker for the little weird witchy looking chick that I don't know. I didn't watch it much, so I didn't really care for it.
Rita, though, I remember that.
What was it? Phoenix Point, right?
Yeah.
I'll look this thing up and see.
Excuse me.
All right. Oh, this should be right up. Oh. No. Maybe not. Okay, I'm either going to hate this or love it. All right, so here's the deal. Phoenix Point is intended to be the spiritual successor to the XCOM series, which I hate. That had originally been created, blah, 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 in the 90s. Phoenix Point is set in 2047 on an Earth in the midst of an alien invasion, with Lovecraftian horrors on the verge of wiping out humanity. How long is the Phoenix Point game? Single player main story is only 35 hours.
Jesus fuck. You're not
Completionist is 133 hours. So if I love this game and I want to complete it, that's what I'm going to have to do.
So what was it? Yoko's Island Express.
Mm-hmm.
Players control Yoku, a dung beetle. All right, I'm already down.
Dung beetle
becomes a postmaster as he arrives at fictional islands of Mokumana. The player is tasked with saving the island from a looming calamity as the island's deity figure is attacked. That's all I got.
Okay.
Also, before we end this, an update. The cheapest I could find original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade cabinets are about $5,000.
Is that all?
Yeah.
That's fair. So apparently this Ninja Turtles game that was added to Game Pass recently is actually a new game. It's called like Shredder's Revenge or something.
Okay.
It's new, like it was made this year, not like remade from previous or whatever. So I thought it was just the old Shredder one. Something to think about. So I found that out. So I might throw it on our wheels. Who knows?
Yeah. So how much would you pay for an arcade cabinet?
It's not $5,000
for an original one.
No, I don't.
You don't have any. You don't have any fond.
I don't have space for it as it is. Okay. I have plenty of fond memories, but
like a specific game you have fond memories of.
Even still, I wouldn't pay $5,000.
What would be the most you'd pay?
$1,000.
Yeah, that's fair.
$1,000.
Honestly, that's where I was thinking this was going to land, but I just pulled up this website. It's $4,195 and a $900 $900 for it to be fully restored.
Or how much like a really cool pinball machine would be. Those are cool.
Pinball machines aren't too bad. You can buy a pinball machine with that kind of money.
That's worth thinking of.
Yeah. I didn't really ever care for pinball, but I think I'd rather pick one up than $5,000 arcade machine. Anyways, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoy our show, tell your friends. And then make them tell their friends. And then beat their friends up until they listen to the episode twice.
And if you don't, then you're a noob. And the least noob-like thing to do is to hit that little bell. Subscribe first, but then hit that little bell icon so you'll be, notified when we post new videos. That's also, that's the pro move, man. I would recommend doing the pro move there, and actually commenting too is usually kind of a pro move.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we should have hit this in the beginning. This episode will be coming out later than usual. Usually we try to hit them on Monday. Last week's was Tuesday, which...
Well, it's just because of my work schedule is causing that.
Yeah, your work schedule and my work week.
It's almost like an 8-day cycle instead of a week.
Yeah. My work week kind of screwed us up too. Because my week has not been good for work. Yeah. And yesterday it was impossible to record anyways. Because I didn't get home till 11.
That's fair.
Trick-or-treating and stuff.
Trick-or-treat.
Anyways, happy November, everyone. I've been Will. That was James.
I'm James.
See you next time.
Yep. Catch you on the next one.